Hello and welcome to the Lost Art Podcast. I'm Gar and I'm here with Helmet.
How are you doing?
And this week we're going to look at some of your submissions. Submit to us.
Yeah, we hit random on the playlist again and took the ones that we already done out, obviously. Yep. And these were the 8 that came up random. The 8 new ones that came up random.
It's a weird little mix, actually.
The whole thing is.
Yeah.
It's actually good. We found some good stuff, and there's some stuff I hadn't heard. Even me.
Yeah. So, as normal, these podcasts are not as long as the usual ones. We just kind of blitz through them.
And once again, we are not going to review the songs. We're not capable. We're not charged with doing stuff like that. But we will talk about whether we like them or not.
Also, do us a favour. If you're in a band, like, do us a solid. Again, we're not reviewing these songs. Don't submit your own music. It's a bit weird. I don't know how to do that.
I'm going to do it anyway.
I know they're going to, but it's just a bit. I don't know whether. I don't know if we should be reviewing bands like this.
We're not reviewing, so we're just going to talk about the songs that people want us to talk about. And that's all we're doing.
Okay, so here's the first on the list.
First one is a song added by Michael called Jellyfish, The King is Half Undressed.
Yeah.
This is a great song. It's a really, really good song. It's from the album Belly Button from 1990. This song is really familiar to me. It's one of those 90 songs that I didn't know the name of, but when I started playing, I was like, oh, I know this song.
Yeah, I'd heard it before.
So I'm really glad that you posted it. So now I know the name of it because it is very, very good. It's super poppy, but it's also very grungy, but not in the way.
Yeah, it's somewhere in between. It's like a power pop.
Kind of, but not in the way Foo Fighters would be. Because this is, it's a really upbeat song in a minor key. It has a really weird sort of feel to it. And there's a lot of kind of little semitone changes. The vocals are fantastic.
Yeah,
I just love the voice.
It's very 90s sounding. I'll give it that.
Yeah,
which is obviously it's when it's fucking from. But this sounds like it could have been on like a TV show or something.
Yeah,
from the mid 90s.
They're kind of a grittier Gene Loves Jezebel.
Yeah, I've done a little bit of research. So they formed in 1989, and I think they've done 2 albums. They done 1 album, then they kind of disintegrated, and then they got back together again, made another album. I think just after they made their second album, or before they made their second album, they were invited to write songs with Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys. Exactly. And apparently they spent like 8 hours in a room with Brian Wilson, and they just had enough. Nothing happened, and nothing happened from that session. I don't think anything was written. I don't think anything progressed. It was just a waste of everybody's time, and they knocked it on the head. I think that the band just disintegrated and they all went about their business, and I think the singer became a producer. I think he still plays the odd time with a few bands.
I just love the writing of this song. The vocal melodies are so well written into the song. I just love the little kind of slight changes in the semitones. Just that kind of little subtle. It's kind of dark enough, but it is still very, very poppy.
Yeah.
It's a really, really nice balance. Yeah. Now, I just, as soon as a little bit of nostalgia came back, I was like, I've heard this song. And I never knew the name of it.
I probably got Radio Player. It was on MTV or something when we were kids.
I never knew the name of it, but now I do, so thank you for that.
It's
called The King is Half Undressed. Sounds like a riff of The Emperor's New Clothes. Could be wrong with that. Don't know.
Yeah. Right. Next one is JJ72, Coming Home.
I think this is their possibly last single ever before they split.
Maybe.
This is sent in by Liam. This is from 2005. Now, I'm not a JJ72 fan. I'm not going to lie to you. I think that they are... your man, Mark Greaney, I think, is one of the main songwriters, or if not they write good songs. Yeah. I just don't like his voice. I never will. I never have, and I don't think I ever will. Although it's very...
won't it snow?
But it's more like, snow.
Yeah. Well, they formed in Belvedere College.
I knew you were going to say that. You're a big fan of Belvedere.
And
Jack or Blood.
Jack or Blood. They formed in Belvedere College in 1996. And the name comes from... Did you read where the name came from?
I used to know it, but I don't know anymore.
So there's apparently a window in Belvedere College that is made out of 72 jam jars.
Of course there is.
So JJ72.
Jam jar 72.
Jam jars, 72 jam jars is where it comes from. So
we're not going to be classist here, okay? Like I said, I swear to God, you know what I'd love? An instrumental JJ72 album.
I don't mind them. I remember when that song came out, and like the big song is October Swimmer, I think is the big song.
That was,
isn't
it? That was the first single.
That was the first single. That's the one that kind of made everybody take notice. Yeah. But I remember like the first couple of singles coming out, and I was interested because they were Irish, you know, when they were Dublin in particular. So
And
anytime
they had it. They
were
it, to be fair.
But I can't remember.
It's a shame. I tried, man. I really tried. But sometimes you just have to go. It's not for me.
But I don't remember a band before them in that era that done well, that had that amount of like airplay and weight behind them. Like when they came out, it was like all of Ireland. I don't know about England or Europe or whatever, but it felt like there was a massive push towards.
Probably the thing before it would have been maybe Curb Dog.
Maybe, but even them, they were bigger in England than they were here.
Like these chaps would have been supporting Muse and all. They did loads of big gigs.
Japanese tours and all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
So their first bassist was not even their first famous bassist when they made it was a girl called Hillary.
Hillary Woods, yeah.
She left, and they brought in another girl called Sarah Fox. Which is, she ended up playing the band called Luther that we know.
We know Luther, yeah. Jerry owns his band after Skin Dive.
Yeah. So.
They had members of, throw that out there, Primed, Skyjack and Eyes Closed. Yeah. So we know
all them.
A lot of lads from that band.
But I always felt when Hillary left and they brought Sarah in, I always felt they were sticking to like this kind of formulaic gimmick of the hot female bassist. I remember when Hillary left and everybody was like, oh, Hillary's have to leave. And I think Hillary released an album or two of her own afterwards.
She released an album last year. That's actually quite good. It's called Cult.
Cult, that's right, yeah.
It's kind of atmospheric stuff, a little bits of piano and stuff. I actually really like it.
But like Sarah, I don't remember the band after Sarah joined because I would have only been paying attention when Hillary was around. But I remember when they replaced their hot female bassist with a hot female bassist. I remember going, I don't know about this.
Are they just like an angstier Ash?
Maybe, but that was the same bassist from get-go, wasn't it?
Don't know.
Wasn't it? I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was the same person.
No, I just mean in terms of like
quite possibly. Yeah. Well, Ash might have actually been the proto JJ72 also.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's the words I was trying to come out
with. The singer, Mark, is now the head of education at BIM, the British Institute of Music. Which is actually here in Ireland. It's 10 seconds away from where we are right now. Yeah. So he's the head of education there.
The last thing I could find that Mark Graney did was he sang with Crown and the Irish Band on a cover of Something's Got a Hold of My Heart. I love that song.
Everything to do with that sentence is a no for me.
Well, the Crown and vocals are very Tom Jonesy for what would have been Mark Ammon's bit, and then obviously Mark will do Gene Pitney's bit, and he goes full.
Have you ever met that band?
No.
Crownin?
No.
I'll tell you later.
No, we can't do that now. We can't do this on the podcast. We told you. That's one of the rules.
Nope, I ain't doing it. I'll tell you later. So the next one is Justin Warfield, and the song is called Fisherman's Grotto.
From 93. This was sent in by Record Store Girl, who I know. Mm-hmm. You know what the gas thing is? I know two of Justin Warfield's bands. I know She Wants Revenge, the Gotti Dark Wave
two-piece thing, isn't it?
Yeah. And I also know 1 Inch Punch from the soundtrack for Romeo and Juliet. They did a Pretty Piece of Flesh. And I knew that he had done rap, but I never went to listen to it.
Yeah.
And I was suitably impressed.
It's super.
It's really good, yeah. And the whole album is really kind of, it's varied enough.
This from
My Field Trip to Planet 9.
1993.
Yeah, because I was afraid. I was like, you know what? I was afraid to dip into.
Let's not.
I knew he was did rap, and I was like, how can someone go from rap to goth? And if the goth stuff is kind of good, the rap's not going to.
He does stuff all over the fucking shop.
He kind of, if you think about it, he's almost like a latter Ice-T, because he went from it's kind of a huge leap to go from this kind of trippy, almost psychedelic, to in almost slightly industrially grungy hip hop, trip hop, and then onto very gothy music.
Like that, this song is particularly 90s, like when
so 90s
samples were like, when they were using massive samples, not just snares and little string pieces. Like this is full sections of songs cut to shy and placed together, like a la like Cypress Hill or House Pain or something. But I didn't know this was 1993. When I listened to it, I assumed this was like mid-2000s or something.
Oh, right.
And I was like, Jesus Christ, this is mad throwback hip-hop. And then I actually went looking at it, I was like, 1993.
Yeah. He has I found his flow sounded to me a little bit, now you'd know way more hip-hop than me. It sounded a little bit LL Cool J.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Very much.
Yeah.
Full sentences.
I love that.
Yeah, that's exactly.
But it's not weirdly not cheesy. Oh, there's a few bits of cheese.
Of course there is.
Of course,
You're
for
trying
93.
to fill a fucking 4-minute song with words.
There's a few things going on that album. Like when I went to listen to it, and I was like,
I haven't listened to the full album yet. I will because I like that.
there's a lot of different stuff going on.
Did you read like his heritage? It's fucking insane.
No.
African American, Jewish, Russian, Romanian is his heritage. That's a fucking mixed bag there.
And he's got a name, Justin Warfield. It sounds like he's from the Wolftones.
Exactly. Yeah.
Aren't there second name Warfield?
I don't.
It is, yeah, Derek Warfield.
I don't know.
We Wolftones are one of the Irish. I just can't say it.
So he guested on a Placebo song called Spite and Malice.
That's right, yeah.
And he does a lot of remix work.
The 1 Inch Punch did all the remixes for
Yeah.
Placebo and Depeche Mode and stuff like that. Yeah,
So he apparently personally is overseeing remixing of Confide in Me by Kylie.
Oh,
Yeah, killer.
I picked that for pop songs, didn't I?
And Butterfly by Crazy Town. So both ends of the spectrum.
I was
Also,
actually only listening to Spite and Malice the other day, and I didn't know that was him
didn't know that was him.
until now. You've just said it. Literally, I was slagging the album, going, "Do you know what would be a great podcast to do when you're not expecting someone to go into like a rap part of a song?" Remember, I said this before: unexpected rap
talked about
parts.
it before, yeah,
And
unexpected
Spite and
rap.
Malice would have been there. I did not know that was him. Yeah.
Fun fact before we move on: Justin Warfield was an extra in a load of episodes of Saved by the Bell.
Get out of it.
Yeah, he was in loads of Saved by the Bell as an extra. He was in the Max hanging out eating burgers and shakes.
Wow.
Having the crack with the gang. Slater and
He's
the boys.
isn't he a strange and varied character?
That's mental. There's another strange and varied character now coming up in a podcast.
If ever I find a got that's mildly racist, I remind him.
Bang that out. Yeah.
No, I remind him that Justin Warfield's black fella.
Yeah.
Like, from She Wants Revenge.
Yeah. Not only black.
Are you sure?
Jewish, Russian, Romanian black.
Love banging that out there.
Yeah. Have all them words.
Because I know a couple of guys who question
Everyone's fucking questionable. Right, next is Max Jury, Beg and Crawl.
2016. This is added by David.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you, it's
I
fine.
liked it. I liked it a lot. Yeah. He's from Des Moines in Iowa, which is the same city as Slipknot.
Yeah.
And he couldn't be further from Slipknot.
Could not be. He lives in Paris now.
Does he?
Yeah, he lives in France.
Man, I gotta be honest with you. Because I love when people throw everything at a pop song. Everything. So there's piano, organ, and I think the vocal melody, and I think his voice is great.
See, I don't dislike it. I've heard Gilbert O'Sullivan before. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like,
No, I know. And to be honest with you, it took me maybe 2 listens to it before I went, oh no, actually,
I
that's...
absolutely did not listen to that choice.
Did you not? No, I did you?
No.
I
don't think there's a song on this I've listened to.
The reason is it's bled in from JJ72, and I was like, I thought it was playing the next song from JJ72, and I was like,
Ting plong plong
oh
plong.
shit, JJ72 just got a little bit better.
They just moved up in the world.
And I actually, no, sorry, it was Justin Warfield. It was after that one. Yeah, I still thought it was going back to more JJ72, and I really liked it. It's a really strong song.
It's just
The more you listen to it,
it's
the kid's got talent.
yeah. He's
He's
actually
not that super popular, is he?
no. You know what he's famous for? Kendrick Lamar.
His producer,
He wrote "Bitch Don't Bring Me Down."
no,
no, "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe."
No, the producer is the same producer.
No, co-writer credits on it.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Are you sure the
100%.
producer didn't?
Co-writing credits on "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe."
That's a fantastic song by Kendrick Lamar. We were only doing a little video on him there.
Yeah. I think the producer on the albums was the same, but he has a co-writing credit. Max Jury has a co-writing credit on "Bitch Don't Kill My
Can't
Vibe."
imagine him saying that, but maybe
Yeah, I don't know, not off that song anyway. Beg and Crawl, it's fine.
it could be just a guitar bit. I don't know. I thought it was a producer, but yeah. Here's the next one, number 5.
All right, Sean McGrath.
Not to be confused with the death metal Impaled and Ghoul Sean McGrath.
And the song is called "The Nihilist Rides Again."
Nihilist, surely.
I say nihilist.
You can say what you want. It's your podcast.
And the nihilist. I always say nihilist.
Fuck you, Lebowski.
Yeah, listen, Patreons aren't paying enough for me to get elocution lessons. So this lad really likes horses,
He does.
and it sounds like it was recorded on a phone.
Yeah, well, the production values aren't as high, maybe, as
Yeah, but this doesn't.
Max Jury
to be
or
fair,
JJ72.
to be fair to Sean, it's him on a guitar.
It sounds like a cowboy song in the style of like Bob Dylan mixed with
definitely an element of that.
Nick Cave.
Yeah, I'd like to hear this re-recorded in a studio that he paid more than a $5 for.
I'm not going to lie, wouldn't be my crack, even if it was recorded well. But listen, this is just
I tell you
music
what,
is for.
I tell you,
different.
I'll give you an honest interpretation. The first time I listened to it, it brought me while I was laughing at the lyrics. I thought, what the fuck's going on? And then